it's Deena and Jack here talking today about saving time and effort by selling with an agent.
Thanks. So what we want to talk to you today about is about selling your home on your own, right? There's a lot of people, you've heard a lot of success stories about somebody who puts their home out on the market. You put it on Zillow, Realtor.com, all those websites, and they have a success story. It does happen. You know, you've all heard it from so-and-so down the street who's done it with this person, or, you know, who sold it on their own and has had a success story. So they are out there. You know, there is the ability to sell your home on your own and have success. The reality with it all is you better be very knowledgeable with it, and you also need to be able to handle a lot of legal documents as well. So there's a lot of different things that your agent will do for you that you may not expect, or you don't see it on the surface, or that friend down the street didn't tell you about either. One is when your agent first comes into your house, they're going to talk to you about how to make a good impression. How are we going to get professional photos in here? How are we going to get the most views? Does it consider, do we need to do new paint? You know, do we need to maybe change around some carpet? Something like that, just so we can get the most value for your home. Because at the end of the day, as a seller, that's what you're looking to get, right? You want the most dollar for your home because you've put a lot of work into this place, and you want to see some benefits. And with the seller's market we have right now, you deserve it.
And I also think it's hard. I mean, we're agents, and it's hard when you own the house to really say, what's the value of my house, because it's so personal to you. So even us, we have other agents come into our house when we're going to sell, because you just have to step outside of yourself, and that's hard for people to do. So you have to go back into your house as a buyer, like look at things that, because you live in your house, so you see the nicks and all of that stuff. And we're good at going into your house and saying, okay, we're going to need to touch up this and this and this. And you're going to like, oh, I never even saw that, because you live there instead of looking at it like we look at things.
And that's exactly right. And that's going to the next step is you need to price your home right. And, you know, one of the benefits of the Go team or working with your local realtor too is I'll come in, you know, we'll run comparables on the house, and I get my number that I think your house is valued for at current condition. We'll get a price for you if you do a couple of these updates. But also I run it by Deena, and I run it by the rest of the other Go team members who, you know, between the 6 of us, we're in quite a few houses every single week and have a good pulse on what the market is. So we have a very good idea of what your house should be valued at, like I said, as is condition, and what maybe a couple updates you can make to maybe make that extra $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on your home as well. The other thing that your agent's going to do for you is going to maximize your buyer's pool. And that's huge right now, because buyers are distressed. There's a lot of buyers for not many sellers. So the more we can get it out to agents that are working with these buyers right now, just the more eyes and views you're going to get on your house, which hopefully in turn should give you more offers, more profit, more money on your home as well.
And now it's a strategy. When you're listing a house, you don't just put it on the market. You need to know, okay, do I open it up for 5 days? Do I open it up for 3 days? Do I open it? There's a strategy to get you the most buyers in there and the most money, because if you do it on your own and you take the first offer, you might have lost out on a lot of money because nobody else could get in there.
Now, next thing that we see with for sale by owners that I think is probably the most important is navigating the negotiations. Because when you're on your own, when you're selling your house on your own, you're the only person on your team. And unfortunately, the buyer in this situation probably has multiple people on his team, whether it's they're working with an agent as well, so they're going to be negotiating on their behalf as well. Their lender, right, is going to be working on their behalf as well. They're always in their corner. The appraiser works for the lender basically, because they have to make sure, you know, the dollars make sense when they come through your house and get the appraised value. And then when they run inspections, you know, the inspector is working for the buyer, and they will find things wrong with your house. They find things wrong with new construction homes. It's just, it's what their job is to do. They go in through the house and they want to point out every single thing. So when you have all those people working on the other side and it's just you sitting on there, it does feel a little overwhelming at times, I think, for sellers. And the last of it that I would say is, you know, one of the things that hurts for sale by owners is juggling the legal documentation. That's something we are trained to do, is work with these contracts, make sure everything is in its correct order. We get it to the right people on the right times. And sometimes it gets to be a little much for sale by owners as well. So if you have us working in your corner for that, we make sure to take care of that for you. So if you're thinking about selling, please reach out to one of your Go Team members here today. Thanks.
Thank you.